Welcome to Westgate Irregulars, Fearful Symmetry, episode 4, I believe we're on. We are pre-recording this one, so hopefully some of us are in the chat to discuss it with you. But I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the DM for this campaign. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels Saga and Empire of Exiles. I'm also going to tell you about our sponsor. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure. And that includes Frida, Havilar, and Mehen from the Brimstone Angels Saga. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Epic, Xbox One, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. If you grab that code at the bottom of the screen, you can get an Electrum chest of your very own, or you can type !code in the chat to get one you can copy and paste. So grab that, pop it and see what you get, and then stick around and find out what happens next on our campaign. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check them out at idlechampions.com.
I'm Rhiannon Held, a professional archaeologist and writer. I write urban fantasy as Rhiannon Held and space opera as RZ Held. And I have two dice partners to tell you about. Norse Foundry specializes in metal dice. When you roll them, it feels like you're skillfully smashing the rigid armor of the monster horde. You can find their dice and accessories at norsefoundry.com. Phoenix Dice is named for the creature that rises from the ashes because they use all recycled materials. You can find their dice and accessories at phoenixdice.com.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yang Yang Wang, and I'm talking to you from a month in the past because today we are showing this. It may possibly be July 12th, and today, for me, it is June 17th. But
we're really pulling back the curtain on this one.
just giving the viewers a little sneak peek into how far between these episodes and the viewing or in the streaming is. Anyways, I need to let this coffee percolate in my brain a little bit too. So
it's a morning episode, folks. So you get to see which of us are morning people, which of us are not,
and which of us drink way too much caffeine.
Yeah. And not enough. But I play Stongback Guck, the barrel-chested, barrel-wearing, very hairy heir to the Murder Bear tribe. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm Stephen Merlino. I write, I think it's fair to say sword and sorcery fantasy, the Jack of Souls, Jack of Ruin. I'm working on the third, but I took a detour to write a D&D campaign, which actually turns out to be about as long as any of my novels in terms of word count, although I'm paring it down. And probably it's going to be published in 4 little books that sort of sequential books. It's called the Affairs of Wizards, and we'll be playing it on this channel. I thought it was going to be the fall, but it looks like it's going to be more like the first of the year next year. So hopefully Civilization will last that long. To say nothing of July 12th, when hopefully you'll be seeing this. I play Sturge, this guy, who is a human arcane trickster and diviner of enigmatic origins, persecutor of bullies, exposer of frauds, and very cheerful guest.
Hi, I'm Emily Tang. I'm a writer and game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed on the stream are I own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. And I play Kayleth Amicure and a Varial Blade Singer turned necromancer.
Hopefully
TBD.
Not Lich. Sorry.
Hey, I'm Trevor Bettis, and I don't have a caffeine problem. Because I don't consider it a problem. I'm playing Florin Morn. He is a tiefling who is 100% a warlock.
And a very accomplished secretary.
Yes,
Wink,
absolutely.
Wields a
Big
wicked
hundo.
will.
Although everybody in this party now knows Florin is actually a harper. Which doesn't mean he's not also very good at being a secretary. We haven't actually established.
The funny thing is that like
secretary.
I'm technically lying because I said he's 100% a warlock, but he's only like 70% a warlock and the rest a rogue. So
okay, so you still got secrets to uncover.
Yeah.
All right. So where we last left off, you all are trapped in a world cast as a shadow, as far as you understand it, by your world. You have tracked down the reflection of Kayleth, the pale shadow, as I keep calling it, but I don't remember if Ilya called it, but we're going to say he did. That's what it is now. The pale shadow of Kayleth, and discovered that she is trying to complete a lich ritual, if you will, by sacrificing her brother Thamior. And you have tracked her to a cave in nearby mountains, and found her ready to continue this ritual and complete it. She's standing over this. There's this sort of almost like altar-like rock. And Kayleth, you recognize your brother, Thamior, bound, foot, hand, wings, gagged, tied up on this altar. She's holding a vial. She's holding a knife. His head is propped up by a rather thick book. And she's sort of just staring at you. Because you did take off the mask of many faces right before you entered. So she absolutely recognizes you. The rest of you folks are just audience? Interlopers? Hard to say.
I think Kayleth did say Halen well met.
Quick question, is he conscious?
He is conscious. He is staring at you wide-eyed with fear.
Poor guy.
Thamior, blink once if you're still alive.
And how far away are they? This is a huge room, right?
It is a huge room. This room is definitely built for, it seems to be the ruins of some ancient civilization, and it is built for someone who is substantially larger than you. The fallen there are archways that seem like they used to lead somewhere else on the sides. Only one of them seems to be clear. There's another one that's got a little hole near the top, but mostly they're all fallen in. But they are meant for something that is like 12 feet tall. So she's probably like halfway across this room. We'll say she's about 75 feet away.
Does she look like she looks, is she just surprised, or?
She looks surprised. She looks a little confused. She looks exactly like you, except her wings are still feathered and golden. And her hair is really shiny, like really shiny.
Okay, you know what? That's just not fair. Like, she got this far towards becoming a lich and she kept her wings.
She did.
Rat.
You know, Kayleth really, really actually misses her wings. She's been saying she's fine with the bone wings. She's not fine with the bone wings.
Can I Sturgis is looking at Shadow Kayleth, and the Kayleth he knows, and he's trying to figure out in his mind, is Kayleth jealous? Does Kayleth want that ritual for herself? Does she want, is Kayleth's best move here to go grab that vial, grab that dagger so she can become a lich? Because it seems like it's starting to come into his mind here that maybe that was her trajectory all along. I mean, it is kind of the reasonable conclusion to her obsession with her interest, in necromancy. So, and if it is her desire, then he'd probably support it. So
he doesn't look happy about possibly supporting it.
What's that?
He doesn't look happy about possibly supporting it.
I mean, he knows her. He doesn't know this other one. And so the calculus in his mind is, okay, I need to make sure this Shadow Kayleth doesn't get to become a lich. And then I'll let Kayleth decide if she wants to become a lich. So that's the calculus in his mind. It's like, I don't know what that makes Sturge. He's like, I don't know. Does that make me evil? Well, too late.
It makes you a very good friend.
Yeah.
To a really potentially evil spellcaster.
I mean, it's like, well, what if, are there good liches? Maybe there could
your
be
grandmother, your great-great-grandmother was a Baelnorn, right? And Baelnorn is technically a good lich.
There we go. See, I have family history that supports this choice.
Does she look hostile?
Like, she looks extremely still, but if 75 feet is a pretty far distance to see details, But with your keen elven eyes, you can tell she's holding that knife a little harder than necessary. And she goes, "What is this?
Oh, what is this?
What is this?"
Wait,
She puts the vial in a pouch that she's wearing, like a bag. She does not let
Sturge
go of
notices
it.
this.
Yes.
And she's like, "What is this? Who
It's a
told
dagger.
you?" She
Well,
kind
to
of
her-
comes around Thamur's body.
Okay.
You
cool.
also, so just for the record, you also see her moonblade is not changed. She does not have a bone blade. She's managed to get this far without sacrificing as much as you have sacrificed.
Ooh,
Wow.
I
I mean, I didn't. Sorry,
He's
you
so
didn't hear me say that.
impressed.
No,
That's so irritating.
my bad.
Kayleth's just gonna hold up the diary. The real diary. It's like, it wasn't that we figured it out.
You can
What do
say
you
it
think
wasn't
you're
that
doing?
hard. I'm achieving everything I set out to achieve.
You're
What does it look
killing your
like?
brother.
I need the blood and soul of an innocent. Look at him. He never does anything wrong.
Hmm.
He blinks at you.
He's your brother. Doesn't that mean anything?
It means he's very close by when I need to do this.
This was
What
your
happened to
ideal
you?
self.
What happened?
Yeah.
What? Presumptuous. I am an Amacure. And an Amacure is a paragon of greatness in everything they set themselves to. When I am finished, I will be a paragon of greatness in necromancy. I will be a powerful lich, and everyone will know and fear my name.
You love your brother. You would kill your brother for that?
It's the only thing that matters.
You are messed up.
Same, sister.
Question, do the shadow selves like know that there's
She doesn't seem to know. And you did remember Ilya saying other people don't really get what's going on in his experience. The number of shadows that understand that they are sort of tied to this other world and in effect shaped by it is not a high number. Ilya didn't say like how many people has he met who knows, but he definitely prides himself on being one of the smart ones.
Sturge says, "I'm out, sorry," and retreats back out of the room into the next around the corner and becomes invisible.
So there is there's nowhere for you to retreat here. You can kind of tuck back into the shadow of the rubble. Is that the rubble? But you can't leave the room because the only exit here that's near you is the one you came through, which is now a solid sheet of metal.
Okay, then I guess he's just gonna shit. I can't just disappear without being obvious. Okay.
You could hide behind Stong. You could go behind Stong and
All right, I'm just going to get something out of your backpack, Stong. Just
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of bread, so definitely more of a.
Gotta dig through the crumbs.
I will say, due to the fact that this is, it is a ruined chamber. There are lots of chunks of rubble and it is only lit by the sort of the brazier that I neglected to mention, but you do need some source of light in here. That's going, and it's lit the room fairly well, but it does cast a lot of shadows. So for purposes of sneakiness, there are options, even though it is not a room that has a lot of exits.
Okay, so Sturge is just gonna step behind Stong, stealthily cast invisibility on himself, and then I'm just going to say all this and so I don't have to keep interrupting. And then he's going to cast a minor illusion of himself, which he can concentrate on to make it move, as long as he's concentrating on it. and it's just all he's going to do is make that Sturge step back out from behind Stong and sort of fidget, so it looks like he's alive,
and eat some bread.
Yeah, and then he's going to begin the slow, stealthful progress, unless she can see him. If she goes, "What are you doing? Why are there two of you? Why is that illusion?" I mean, if she sees right through it, then fuck it. But if possible, he's going to slowly start making a circuit around them.
Okay. So the shadow Kayleth is like, what are you all doing here? Are you coming to see me ascend to greatness? And is this like some kind of fan thing wearing my face? Is that who is that? Who is that?
Look,
Is
I'm
that Zara?
I'm you. I'm the real you.
I'm pretty sure I'm the real me.
You're a shadow. You're a twisted shadow.
You're the
This-
one who doesn't have wings.
Ooh.
This entire world, this entire make believe that you've done, it doesn't exist. You're all just a projection of us. You're a twisted version. You're someone who shouldn't exist at all. You're a lie.
I'm a lie. Well, I think you're about to find out just how powerful this lie is. And she goes, Aiden!
Ooh.
Sturge.
Say that again.
She says Aiden.
Aiden.
I was wondering if there's an Aiden in this world.
Shadow Aiden. And the book under the guy's head says yes.
Wait, what? Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Unless Aaron comes in and goes, "What? But actually."
But actually.
No, it's even better, my dears. It's even better. Give me just a second. It's being a little bit fussy because I opened it in the browser that is attached to Roll20, so it's like I can't roll that for you.
Oh my God, what has she done to Aiden? Oh my.
I'm just gonna let you simmer for a minute while I get this open.
Let's take bets. Okay.
We're in the middle of the Final Fantasy battle part where it's like zooming into the combat and it's starting the music.
Oh, so FF10. Very nice.
What are the options?
I appreciate you so much, Yang.
All right.
Okay.
Does a 26 hit you?
Hit who?
Jeez.
Hit who?
Hit
All of us. It's
Oh,
any of us,
Sturge
right?
first.
If he sees it coming, then he's gonna.
You do not see it coming. You are surprised.
Okay, so I cannot do.
It's coming from behind you, from the shadows that nobody looked in.
Oh,
Aiden.
We've been betrayed by the shadow, Sturge.
Yeah.
dreadful. Okay, no, yeah, that hits because I
Okay.
can't if I can't do shield spell.
So you take 31 necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
This claw has stuck right through you,
Mm.
and you're pulled
Oh.
back. And then this bone claw steps out of the shadows, and Kayleth, it's going to attack you.
Wow.
What happened to Aiden?
27.
Oh, 27 hits for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
So you are going to also take some damage, and then everybody needs to roll initiative.
Let's
So-
go.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
How much damage?
Okay, so there's piercing damage, and then there's necrotic, and I don't know if you're going to take any of the necrotic. And it didn't roll over here. Why didn't it roll?
So
I
this
love
thing,
you so when you work beyond 20.
Oh.
Okay, I might just use the base damage. Okay, 18 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 13 necrotic.
Kayleth has resistance to necrotic,
Nice.
so that's nothing, I guess.
You have resistance, you take half.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm looking up Bone Claw here.
Wait, why?
Jeez.
So,
Oh,
yeah, Aiden in this world seems to be a bone claw. So he is this
So-
very large skeletal figure with these
Oh, whoa.
extended scythe-like fingers,
Oh
which
my
are now
God.
grappling Sturge and Kayleth.
Could I roll to see like what we know about bone claws?
Yes.
What would that
I'll
be?
roll
Do the
this.
same.
So Sturge is invisible, right? So it can see invisible things. Is that what's happening? He has to conclude.
Oh, I forgot you were invisible. Okay, Sturge, you don't get grabbed.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Because you're right. He has no ability to see. And
Kayleth got a 25 to figure out what a bone claw is.
He,
Wait, what we roll?
the bone claw could have attacked the
you can-
illusionary one.
you can roll
true.
Arcana or Nature.
Okay.
So maybe the bone
Or
claw-
actually, I'll give you Arcana or History, because there
Oh,
is something you know about bone claws historically.
Doesn't matter
25.
what I got. Stone got it.
So
Okay.
maybe the bone claw attacked the illusion of Sturge.
That's great. It attacked the illusion of Sturge.
Okay.
And I'm very disappointed it couldn't get you. I completely forgot the invisibility. But
So-
that to be fair, you were ready. Okay.
sweet.
So Kayleth, you know that a bone claw is created when a spellcaster, when a necromancer attempts to become a lich, but does
Oh.
not have the
No.
mental or magical or physical ability to get its soul into that phylactery.
Ah,
So it cannot be caged in the amulet that's been created because it just doesn't want it hard enough. And so then it becomes a bone claw. It attaches itself to a nearby evil spellcaster. It does have language. It can talk, but it really only obeys and is devoted to the spellcaster it is attached to. Stong, what did you roll for history?
I only rolled a 9 for history.
Oh, you,
I did get a 12.
Cecilia, you know Cecilia is fucking scared of, sorry, is really scared of these things. For some reason you don't quite remember.
Kayleth wants to be like, Aiden, I'm so sorry. To her book, Aiden.
Yeah.
this is the real Aiden. Oh my God, those things are terrifying. And what
When
a-
Artemisia sees Cecilia again, she'll probably be like, I understand it.
Yeah.
Florin, you can also make me a history check.
Oh, okay. History with a whole plus 0, 15.
Nice.
15. Viscaris walks with a limp, and you've heard somebody say it was an encounter with a bone claw that did it.
That memory goes through Florin's head. He's trying to look cool, but it also goes, shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that guy got messed up by a bone claw. This is bad. Okay, Kayleth, what's your initiative again?
Oh,
I can't find it in the
21.
game log. 21, beauty. Okay.
Also,
Well, not-
does
not
do
2021.
does Kayleth know if bone claws like do they enjoy serving their master, or is it just like they have to sort of thing?
So you've only sort of read about it from the non-bone claw perspective, and the main thing is they have to. But you've never read like a bone claw's autobiography to find out how they actually feel.
If only a bone claw. If only someone could become a bone claw and then bind themselves to like an evil scribe or something.
Right? It would be so handy.
Aren't
And
you
they
an evil
said,
scribe?
"I'll order you to tell me everything." Sturge, what was your initiative?
Pretty poor at 16.
16. Okay. This creature just like moves right past you. Because it was coming, the side you were coming around is the side it was in the shadows of.
Yeah.
Based on the way that you were gesturing, I'm assuming. But
Yeah.
I will allow it did not hit you. You're quick enough that you just were like, what the hell?
Well,
So maybe that slowed you down a little.
if he weren't invisible, any color in his face would have drained right out of it. That thing is freaking terrifying looking. Holy
Okay.
crap. They're like a mix of a God, what are they like? They're like that guy that evil dude with no face, the red head.
Red skull. Red skull.
It's like red skull. Like its face is gone, but there's some exposed muscle. And
I think the way I described it to my players was Nemesis from Resident Evil meets Freddy Krueger. Like,
it's kind of like if a lich was a bodybuilder and also wanted to be Wolverine.
So it's when B-Day finally becomes a lich.
Yeah.
Not no. Okay.
Did you get my initiative?
Yes, everybody I didn't ask, you came in without it being fussy. Okay,
cool.
Kayleth, you are actually first.
Okay, she's gonna try to talk to Aiden, the bone claw. Aiden's like, you can't possibly enjoy this state of being, can you?
There's nothing else.
There's death.
Even in death, I serve my mistress.
Do you even like your mistress?
You there's one more thing about Bone Claws that you remember when he says that, because I forgot to tell you, and with the 25 you definitely know this. A Bone Claw exists as long as the evil spellcaster it serves exists. So if you were to kill him, he would be destroyed, but he would reform again in a couple of hours and go right back to doing what he's doing.
You want to serve her though? Do you even like her?
He's sort of like you're like on the end of his claw, kind of like he's holding up, and he's just like, there is nothing else. But you don't get the impression from that answer that he's like, yeah, no, I love her.
What else could I do?
Like he's not like she's the most brilliant. He's not like she's the kindest mistress. You think about the way the book Aiden talks to you, and this day Satan is not in the same place with his Kayleth. They both have a slavish devotion in a sense, but one of them is a little more enforced by the bounds of necromantic horror.
Aiden, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Boneclaw Aiden. Actually, both Aidens. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for your current state. I'm sorry this happened to you.
Its face is very, he doesn't have a lot of flesh. It's a skull with like some tattered remains, but the jaw sort of shifts and you think he's sort of like, what? Like no one has spoken to him like this in as long as he could probably remember.
Right.
You are grappled right now.
Okay.
You can try to escape.
Yeah, let's try and escape with my favorite opposed strength check.
Oh, I'm sure he's not very strong.
What's your acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Oh, I have a +3 on acrobatics for some. Can I do that?
Your strength save is enough to get out.
Oh, cool. All right.
So you while he's confused, you can like pull yourself off of the thin claws and get free.
Is that a move action then? Or okay, so I want to try and
you're
the grapple expert, so I may have questions for you here.
So usually a grapple is like an athletics check versus athletics or acrobatics, but like monsters I think just have a DC and she just has to beat the DC.
And she beat the DC, yeah.
Yeah.
And is that something she does as a move action or as like at the end of her turn or what?
The text tells you in the monster.
Yeah,
it'll say like
as an action or okay, hang on a second.
Oh, your mic is also loud, Trevor.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it doesn't have a when that save happens in here.
All right, so I'll just say what I would like to do this turn. I want to get free, fly up, and then cast Dominate Monster. How many of those can I actually do?
Right now you only see the Bone Claw.
Right.
How many actions? How many actions can you actually do? That's the question. When does she get to do the escape? It just says the target is grappled, escape, DC, blah blah. And it can only, if it's grappled it can only attack the one it's holding.
I think she has to use an action on her turn to make the DC, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I can only
You
fly
can
up
fly up.
or dominate monster. I can't do both.
You can't, if you're using an action, you can't also dominate the monster.
Okay, okay. All right.
But you
well
could
then
fly up.
fly up out of reach.
All right. Okay. And then it is Shadow Kayleth's turn. She's pretty smart. I feel like she should be able to kind of guess what you could do, or be afraid of what you could do.
I mean,
She doesn't know about the
she's-
rest of us, though.
Smart or okay, we're going for smart. She says, "Aiden, grab Thamior."
Ah, damn it.
But okay, but he's 75 feet away from Thamiel, right?
Well, for the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so
Um,
he's gonna probably have to use a lot.
So, oh wait, actually, wind that back. She doesn't say Aiden grab Thamior, because I just realized she has a different spell. She grabs Thamior, and
Ah,
she
damn it.
is going to cast a spell, and she casts a dimension door, and she yanks him through, and you see the dimension door flash in the tunnel that's behind, at the back.
Ugh, Stong yells
Can-
counter spell as a reaction.
Yeah. Everybody's got kind of stuff.
Nice.
Oh, you guys are gonna blow through this combat, and I'm just gonna have you talk forever. All right. She can. So your counter spell is good to 5th level at this point.
Well, it
And then
depends
she
which
has to roll?
slot I'm using on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So I'll cast it at 4th.
Okay, so if it's 4th and below it, just automatically.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. All right. The dimension door is fizzled out. All right. And then so she's going to use her bonus action then. And from the rubble, 5 skeletons sort of pull themselves up. And
Oh right,
kind of-
Kayleth still has that like dwarf skeleton.
that's true. I forgot the dwarf skeleton. So your dwarf skeleton.
I guess the dwarf skeleton's gonna go grab Boneclaw Aiden's leg just to try and like slow him
To
down.
try and slow him down.
Distract
Oh my
him for a
gosh.
turn.
I love
Ankles.
it. I love it.
It's like a small child, like holding on to the ankle of an adult.
Okay. So
I love that.
okay, so these 5 skeletons make a wall between you and Shadow Kayleth. All right, it is Dong's turn.
Okay, but it's like a wall. Stong. Okay, so Stong wants to actually like just
You can-
rush past that wall,
Okay.
and he wants to
so
get right next to Kayleth and Thamior.
you will get you're gonna have to go at least through between 2 skeletons.
Okay.
So you're gonna take some opportunity attacks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And so those are a 21 and a 5.
21 definitely hits. 5 does not.
Okay. Shocker. 5 damage from that skeleton's short sword. The other one's like, this is my first day here.
Yeah. Yeah, so Stong bowls through the 2 of them, gets up to Kayleth and Thamior,
Mhm.
and he could do that without taking the dash action, right?
You're 75
75.
feet away.
Oh,
So I think you need the
okay.
dash action.
75 feet. Oh, I can't even make that then, because that would be like 60 feet of movement. Actually, let me just take a look at something real quick.
You like dash right into her.
That's what I'm
Barrel
hoping
charge.
to, but no, that's not going to work.
I will cut it down a little bit because she was 75 feet away when she was on the other side of the altar, and then she walked around the
Be
altar.
right back.
So she's a little closer than that. So if you're in the 65, 70 foot range,
So
We'll
she
see
has
it's
her
plausible.
back to the altar at the moment.
she does.
Yeah, I think I'll still just try it. Like basically, he's gonna move up like 30 feet, and then
Okay.
he's gonna try to cast polymorph on Thamior, and he's gonna shout,
Ooh.
"Just trust me." So
Okay. So Thamir needs to make a saving throw.
yeah, that was I was hoping he would.
Wait,
Here,
I
they
missed
just
it.
trust
What
me.
did you do?
He's
I'll try
casting
polymorph.
polymorph on Thamior. Okay. He does not know you, but but he is in sort of serious stress. I do think you have to make the throw.
Okay, 13.
But what's it against?
Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. Okay. I do not have Thamur statted out, but thinking about what this version of him is like, you guys know that she's like he's always he's
beautiful.
He's
like
innocent.
perfect.
He's always right.
Yeah,
like
great student.
This is maybe a sweet little lamb. So I'm gonna say that he does not make this, so you can polymorph him.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, whatever she was holding, however small he looks, he begins to sprout like giant muscles and fur as his face like contorts into like a primate-like face as he turns into a giant ape.
Oh,
okay, here's a question that I do need to know. When you polymorph, the stuff that you're wearing just sort of is absorbed by the polymorph. Does this include if you are like shackled or something?
I would assume so. Let me see.
I
Yeah, the
think
target's
that's
gear
clear.
melds into the new form.
You could go smaller and then like come out of the. Would Stong think of that? Sorry,
I think
but-
it's
Okay.
plausible that he breaks the ropes, but then the question is like if he does it, if it's something where if he's wearing a thing, it's absorbed in. When he comes out of the polymorph, he is still tied up.
Yeah, which
you
is
drop
fine.
the polymorph.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's say it's that because I am a little like, oh, we found a weird edge case that I'm sure someone has thought through the answer to, because this can't be the first time this has ever happened. So he absorbs he turns into a giant ape. So there's this giant ape kind of sitting there. And when he's a giant ape, he has all of the attributes or just the physical attributes?
He has all the attributes. It retains its alignment and personality.
Okay. So it's sitting on the altar like and it kind of curls up like this, like
Stone wants to grab a piece of bread from the barrel and then like be like, come here, over here.
It starts to climb down and it's looking at you a little bit and it's sort of moving around. And Pale Shadow Kayleth is like, stay there. And it doesn't, he kind of hesitates, like he's not quite sure what to do.
I've got treatsies.
This Kayleth sounds awful to her brother.
Mm.
That's it for me.
Okay, Sturge, it is your turn.
How close did I get to her before?
You were creeping rather slowly, so you are closer, but you are not right up next to her.
Okay,
you probably, probably you're still close enough for the bone claw to get you. Well, no, but then you weren't there. So you are probably closer to like 40 feet away.
Okay. And she moved.
She moved a little bit closer. Yeah. So she's probably like 30 feet away.
Okay. He's going to he's going to stealth up, try to get around past her using his bonus cunning action to get another 30 feet.
Okay.
And so he'll be able to come right behind her for now he could do a couple things here. He could try to pickpocket her and take that vial.
Are you still invisible?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He could try to
Those skeletons are not smart enough to spot you. So.
Yeah, okay. He could pickpocket her and take the vial, and then we'd have something to talk about. That seems like the funnest option.
I'm down.
So he's going to do that because talking through your problems often is the best way.
All right.
So he's going to roll a minimum of a 24.
Okay. What does she roll against you when you pickpocket her?
Perception.
Okay.
What do you think, Trevor?
It would either be their passive perception, a perception check, or just a DC you set in your head.
Oh,
Your mic is loud again.
Oh God.
Well, you said you're a minimum of 24, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could jack it up to 28.
That's the thing, too. I think that there is a part here where I'm like, what would it be? But at the end of the day, it's a little academic.
Okay.
Because I do think she's very alert. She's very alert. She's, however, trying to pay attention to multiple things. But then at the end, you could rob God. So...
Okay, so he's going to just gently cut the little straps of the pouch and lift that away and stick it inside of his shirt. And he has no movement left.
You're stuck right behind
So
her.
I'm stuck behind her, being very quiet, and hope nobody casts an area of effect spell on her.
Oh, fair. All right. Florin, it is your turn.
Okay, hopefully my mic decides to be chill.
It is a little loud, but
What
it's
is
not
wrong?
doing the weird.
Just
Okay.
whisper all your words.
Yeah, no, this is great for someone who's just naturally loud as shit.
ASMR this bitch up. Let's go.
Oh Lord. Okay. I think Florin's gonna focus on Aiden just to kind of keep things separated. And I think what he'll do is throw out his dancing sword.
Okay.
Have it go over first and make attack. So let's see. Ooh, that's only a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Well, then he is going to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And form a sword in his hand and move up to Aiden and just kind of be like, "Hey, fight me."
That's very brave of you. Because now it's Aiden's. I keep hitting. I keep getting off on this thing because it jumped around. Aiden got a surprise thing. So, okay. So. Okay, so who's right next to Aiden? It's Florin. It's Kayleth. Artemisia, where are you?
Kayleth flew up.
Okay, let's flew up. How far away are you?
So I see. Oh, I keep forgetting about Blade Song. Can I say she did the Blade Song thing?
I am okay with that.
Okay. It's actually Blade Dirge, not Blade Song. Sounds like funeral dirges.
Ooh.
Oh, funny. Later.
You sing that, and the bone claws kind of like it's kind of a bop.
I'm into this. I'm into it.
Dig through the ditches.
I would say 40 feet up.
Okay, all right. So not you.
Wow.
And Artemisia, you're down on the ground still.
And there's
Okay,
a dwarf skeleton on its leg.
And there's a dwarf skeleton on its leg. Okay, so Florin, the dwarf's actually. This is what he would do, but I feel bad because you prepped up to smack him.
Let's do
But
it.
here we go. Florin, the dwarf skeleton, zombie. It was still partly flesh, so I think it's a zombie. And Artemisia, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, my favorite. I got a natural 20.
Nice.
I got a 1, but that's
Oh.
still an 11. But
All
might
right.
not be enough.
Artemisia, the bone claw kind of like pulls does this cool like comic booky move with his things. This necrotic energy sweeps out from it. It hits you. You're going to take some damage, 30 damage, and then it dissolves into those sort of shadows that are cast by the brazier, and it reappears next to Kayleth, the shadow Kayleth. Kind of ready to defend her.
The dwarf zombie also rolled a natural 20.
Nice. Wow.
He's biting.
Okay, die of fate. High, roll a 20. High, the dwarf comes with him by some weird quirk of magic. Low, the dwarf zombie is left behind.
3.
He falls off of the leg because the spell doesn't actually work that way unless it's being grappled. And he didn't grapple it. But so the bone claw reappears behind Pale Shadow Kayleth, and ready to defend her. Okay, it's the skeleton's turns.
Whoa, wait. That's
Wait,
where
did he
Sturge is
appear in the
standing.
same spot as Sturge?
Did he appear in the same spot as
Is it
Sturge?
possible?
Die of fate! Die of fate! Die of fate!
Oh my
Steven?
god.
Oh my
Low, the bone claw steps on you. High, you're standing right next to the bone claw.
Okay. I can't see it. Tell me.
It's in the. Where is it? Did you roll it in D&D Beyond?
You're rolling it, Steven.
Oh, I'm rolling it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, no, it's roll 20. I'm going to roll a 20. 10.
Okay, low. The bone claw lands on you.
Shit. Lands on me, or
it teleports into the same spot as you.
and
And what happens when a bone claw suddenly
Yeah.
appears on top of you? I
how
think
tall are they?
they're medium.
Okay, so they're about my size.
They're big. They're on the bigger side of medium.
Mhm.
Because Stong is also medium, right?
Yep.
So, it's like a big dude just kind of dispersed you. I think we'll say you are knocked prone.
Okay,
What? Did you have a thought?
no.
Sorry, I heard Trevor start
I
talking.
was just gonna say, bone calls are actually large.
This says it's medium
Ooh.
undead.
Oh,
Are you looking
Huh.
at the legacy bone claw?
I might be. I don't know.
There's two, and I got
Uh,
honestly just a little bit confused about which one. Like, I can see why the other one is maybe a little too beefy, but like, it doesn't have a recharge in the legacy version. It can just jump all over the place. And anyway, so it lands on you. You should take like maybe some damage, but not crazy damage because it's not doing anything particularly big. How about we just roll a d6? So that falling damage is a d6
Just
for
Yeah.
this.
just like
Yeah.
butt slam me, just like its butt just hit my head
Yeah.
and slam me down.
Basically,
You got dead butt
it
slammed.
elbowed you in the nose. Its bony elbow hits your bony nose.
Oh my god.
5 damage and you're prone.
No, okay.
And it doesn't. I think well, if you took damage while you're invisible, do you become visible again?
It's
Okay.
a roll concentration
So-
save.
Oh,
There
true.
we go.
Yeah.
Do your
Anytime you
concentration
take
save.
damage.
Okay.
This feels like sitting in an airplane and then the big guy sitting next to you falls asleep and just like
Yeah.
drops onto your shoulder.
It knocks
Okay.
you over. You take massive damage.
So I'm going to use one of my prescient. I call them prescient eye, but the I have. What are they actually called? I should
Your
diviner portent. Thank you. Yes, he's going to use an 11. It just has to beat a 10, right? The concentration check.
Mhm.
So he gets a 13, 14.
Okay.
So
you're still invisible.
still invisible.
Nobody witnessed your shameful moment.
And
Mhm.
you're holding the thing, right?
No, I put it in my shirt.
You put it in your shirt. And I already said he elbowed you in the nose, so there's no
Yeah.
no danger of it breaking. Okay.
Oh my god.
I just want to make sure we didn't leave any narrative loopholes. Okay. So then the skeletons are going to go. The two with the short swords attack Stong. They both miss. The ones with the short bows are going to attack Kayleth because you're up in the air. So we have 2 of them hit with an 18 and a 24. And those are going to do a total of 10 piercing damage.
They would actually not hit because
they won't.
because Blade Dirge adds my intelligence to my armor class.
What's your armor class now?
27.
Holy cow.
Whoa!
What the F?
Nice.
I love it. They're shooting at you and you're like, nah, none of this.
It's like I see you coming from a mile away.
Yo, are you singing and dancing in the air?
Artemisia, it is your turn.
Roll 20 doesn't like my roll with advantage. It gave me the lower one, and I was like, "Oh, damn it!" But it doesn't really matter.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Before you go, this will be really important. Since we're telepathically linked, Sturge could say, "Hey, I'm standing right behind Shadow Kayleth, and I have her vial. I need to get out of here. Don't cast chain lightning, please."
No, chain lightning. It's lightning bolt keeps going. Chain lightning goes to where I tell it to.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So Artemisia is first. She's got the crown of stars, but she's gonna instead use that time to bring Mitzi out and to explain Mitzi to people who are joining us. That's Artemisia's Tressum familiar. So cat kind of looks like a Siamese, but there are no Siamese.
The cat angel.
with a kind of hawk wings. And she's going to yell at Stong, turn Thamior into a kitten.
I don't have. Okay.
Well, I mean, it probably would have worked, but this is what Artemisia is thinking. Because then Mitzi could get
Do you
it.
know this place is very dirty?
Don't worry, we're not going to be here for very long. Just
Okay.
watch over that ape.
I'm out
Got
of.
it.
I'm out of polymorphs.
Dang.
So Mitzi's gonna fly over to Thamior and try to grab that giant ape by the scruff of its neck and pull, like trying to get him to move. Okay. And then anything you've got Crown of Stars on.
Crown of Stars on. So I think I'm going to save my stars because I was doing the stuff with the familiar. And then Chain Lightning to Aiden and then Kayleth.
Okay. How many things can you hit with Chain Lightning?
Because
you do have those skeletons too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Aiden is 0.1.
If you just want to loop it between the two of them, if that's a capability, I'm open. But I just wanted to make clear there are other targets.
Okay, gotcha. Aiden 0.1, Kayleth 0.2, and then she's got 2 others, so she can hit 2 skeletons that are closest because they all have to be.
Okay.
Like,
There's 2 skeletons on either side of Stong, and while they don't seem to be bothering him a lot, they are like the ones that are sort of engaging directly with one of your allies.
Yeah.
Okay. So do they roll saves or you roll attacks?
Save 19.
What is it? Dexterity or
Dex,
Constitution? Yeah. Okay, so Aiden is gonna roll. Aiden has a 26.
Ooh.
The Bone Claw is fascinating because basically it flips all of its attributes. It may have been a smart, weedy wizard in life, but it is not in death. Okay, and then Kayleth, Shadow Kayleth, gets a 13. So she's going to be hit. And then the skeletons will get an 8 and a 5. So Kayleth and the 2 skeletons get fail their saves, and Aiden the Bone Claw makes his. So give me some damage.
Okay, 41 for the full, so 20 for the half.
Okay. Those 2 skeletons just fall apart in a pile of bones. Scorched bones.
So the fact that Sturge got the phylactery, or not the phylactery, the lich vials.
He got the Lichny potion.
Okay, Sturge. I think that might be the key.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't let them get it.
No, I'm going to get away and then let you tell her, oh, you should check your pouch.
It is, Kayleth, it is your turn next.
Just to be clear, I'm not saying check your pouch yet, right?
No. I'm not until I get to you.
Okay. Where should I go? Where do we meet?
I'll meet you on the ceiling.
That's right. All right then.
All right.
Well, Kayleth, I guess Kayleth can now just try to actually try to hold person on the Shadow Kayleth.
Oh, okay.
That is a wisdom saving throw. 19.
Ooh, she rolled an 8.
All right.
All right. So under hold person, what are the parameters? She can't move. Can she do anything?
At the end of each turn, can make a wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. That's all.
She
paralyzed for the duration.
Okay, she's paralyzed. Okay, so she can't move, she can't talk, she can't cast spells.
Right.
Unless they are entirely like without component. Okay. So it's her turn. Basically all you see is frozen pale Shadow Kayleth has this look of absolute rage in her eyes. And so then she makes a wisdom save at that point.
Yes.
Break free.
At the end of each of its turns.
She can't do anything, so this will be the end of her turn. Is just making the save. She's watching you. Well, she's not watching you furiously because she's good, but she only rolled a 15, so she's still paralyzed.
All right.
All right, Stong, it is your turn. Aiden the Bone Claw is right behind her. Sturge told you he's right behind Aiden, or right behind Kayleth somewhere. There are still 3 skeletons with their bows and arrows out, but the 2 on either side of you have been dispatched.
Yeah, so how far is he from Kayleth and Aiden now?
You are
Like under
probably
30?
about under 30, yeah. I think you moved up close enough that you're like within 15 feet.
Okay, he wants to move up to Aiden, and then he wants to...
Now, Aiden's right behind Kayleth, so are you going to move up to front of Kayleth, or are you going to move around?
move around to the side.
Okay.
To
I keep forgetting to say pale shadow, Kayleth, so that you don't, like, we don't get our wires crossed. If one of you wants to PvP this, like, just please don't. Okay, so you're going to go up to Aiden.
I think if that happened, we would specify. It's like, I attack Kayleth. No, that
Real
Kayleth.
Okay, so you're going to go up to Aiden and you're going to grapple him?
Yeah, it's going to try to grapple that Bone Claw to
Okay.
lock him down.
All right. So do we do the opposed strength check here?
24 versus his athletics or acrobatics.
I'm on the wrong thing. I'm like, okay, he does not have those skills. Does he just roll a strength check then?
Yeah, you could just roll strength
or
mod.
dex.
Or yeah.
Okay. He rolled really bad. He got a 6. You have absolutely grappled him.
Oh, excellent. Well, second attack, he's going to try to shove him and then shove him prone and basically just pin him.
Oh man, this is like perfect. Sturge is like right behind him on his hands and knees, and you're gonna shove him over Sturge. He's just
oh yeah, he trips over Sturge's like body.
I will allow it. Okay, and so for shoving, is it another strength check?
I think it just.
Or do you just get to do that?
I think we do roll opposing checks. Yes, we do. Okay.
Instead of shoving
20.
him, can you say that you try and suplex him?
I'm sure. Yeah, he does like a little twirl over his head and then just like freaking slams him into the ground. 29.
Okay. So he rolled a 20, so you beat him.
Okay, yeah. So he's basically
prone?
grappled and prone. Yeah, so I have him pinned down.
Okay.
Slam.
And that's it for me. I've got him.
Okay.
I've got him.
All right.
Kayleth,
Sturge,
do your thing. Find the key.
It is your turn.
Okay. How close am I to a wall?
So the room is fairly long. It is wide. You are probably, let's say, 30 feet from a wall.
Okay, so
Right in the center.
30 feet to the wall. So he's going to he's going to cast haste.
Okay.
And that doubles his movement. That took a bonus action though. So he's got 60 foot of movement. So he'll go to the wall. Oh no, he has to get out of prone first. So that takes half of movement, right? So he'll have 45 feet of movement. So he'll go to the wall and then 15 feet up the wall. But then and then my action will be to move. Am I doing this right? So that's another 30 feet. So that's 45 feet up the wall and toward Kayleth.
Okay.
Do I get to Kayleth?
Or
am I still kind of far away from you?
So you're going to get you've got 45 feet of climbing, you said?
I have, yes.
Okay. I am going to say that gets you up onto the ceiling as described. So you have probably another movement to get to the middle of the ceiling. But Kayleth is also flying at a diagonal. And so did you just fly? Kayleth?
What? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say you guys can meet.
Okay. So I'm going to say, put your hand out. And I'm going to lay the pouch in her hand.
Okay.
And
it is now.
Yes.
Sorry. What are you going to do with the pouch is going to have to wait for your next turn. Florin, it is your turn.
Well, Florin at first was like, why does everything keep running away from me? And then he's like, it's fine, I'll just Eldritch Blast it. And now it's on the ground. So I think he's gonna grab his dancing sword. He's gonna pick up Malfeasian. So he's dual wielding dark blades now.
Very nice. There are still just 3 skeletons up. They're not as spectacular and a foe, but they will get
I
in your
want to
way.
hit something. Screw it, man. How far away are they?
They are sort of between you and Kayleth. So they are, and I said Kayleth was about 75 feet from the door, and she's moved a little bit closer. So they are probably about like 30, 40 feet.
Okay, perfect. I've got 40 feet of movement. I'm going to run up between two of them and attack two of them.
Sweet.
So let's see. We're going to go with Malfeasance first. I can't see what that is. Oh, cool. That's 12.
Just misses.
Yep. And then what do I use for the attack on Shadow Blade? It's essentially just the same attack.
Okay.
I'm just going to use Malfeasance again. That's a 19 to hit.
That super hits.
Cool. And then I do a buttload of damage.
Yeah.
This one is at 4d8. I do 15 points of damage.
You smash that skeleton. Just all of its remaining ligaments are shattered by the force of the blow.
They turn into shadow and then absorb into the blade.
Ooh, I love it. I love
nice.
it. All right, Thong, I forgot one tiny thing, and it's actually really important. When you come up to a bone claw, it has like a reach of 15 feet. So if you came up, it needed to try and stab you.
Okay.
So thank you for your understanding. He's going to do, before he's fully grappled, is a 27.
Totally hits.
Okay. So that is going to be, wow. Okay. 24 piercing damage and 7 necrotic.
24
But then you have him
7
grappled.
necrotic. Okay.
And if he's grappled, can he attack? Can you remind me? Can he attack
He can
you
still
while
attack
you're grappled?
me. Yeah, he can still attack.
Okay.
It's just disadvantage.
Okay, great. So he's going to
Made my
attempt
concentration saves.
to hit you with that piercing claw again. Okay, that's a 17.
Does not hit.
Okay. And then the second time, this sort of makes a lot. Part of me is like, his claws are so long, and an 11. So yeah, he's just like trying to like, you've got him. And he's trying to like grab you like a T-Rex. Feel these claws like tangling in your hair and maybe like tickling your back almost, but he can't quite get the leverage.
Hey, claws away from my hair. It took me a long time to grow this.
I just imagine the most nightmare combination of a Tickle Me Elmo and a Bone Claw.
and it is trying, you see that sort of shadowy necrotic magic sort of start to surge, but it doesn't seem to be able to get it going. It says, you will not harm my mistress.
Yeah, I don't want to harm your friend. I don't want you to harm my friends either. So how about we just stay like this?
Just lie here and cuddle.
Yeah, how do I keep getting myself in these situations? The dragon outside and now this.
Get a room.
That's going to be
you two.
extremely bony and pokey, no matter if you're the little spoon or
It's
the big
not
spoon.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
okay.
Don't you have a thing with Kayleth? I don't want to get in between.
Our thing is beautiful but complicated.
Tell me about it, brother.
All right. The two skeletons that have short bows are gonna aim at Kayleth, but if you're still singing your blade song, neither of them are going to hit. And then Artemisia, it is your turn.
Okay. So does anybody look really, really down as far as needing healing?
You.
Okay. Yeah.
You're the one that's taken most hits, and then Sturge is second. Oh, sorry. Sturge and Kayleth are both a little rough.
Song's a bit hurt too, but nothing like.
Yeah, I'll do me first because I just got the cure wounds. So 1 round Crown of Stars thing is going, and I will roll that, and it's gonna go at the Bone Claw.
Okay.
So to hit that
and he is prone, so she has advantage.
Oh,
if it's ranged, I think it's disadvantage. If it's a range.
Oh, it is? Oh, that makes sense, I guess, if he's down on the ground.
Okay.
Melee advantage.
That's why I didn't cast Eldritch Blast.
Good.
So that's 12.
That does not
with
hit.
disadvantage. Okay.
You don't want to hit stone. You're kind of like,
So that's so now she's down to 5 stars.
okay.
And she's going to cast Cure Wounds on herself, and I'm just looking at what slots I have, so it doesn't have to be first.
Also, that wasn't a ranged weapon attack, was it? That doesn't count as a ranged weapon attack.
The range
Well,
spell.
it's
Crown
a
of Stars.
ranged attack. Oh, okay. Well, so I don't remember what I got the first time. 16, I think, was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Does a spell not have this effect? This
Oh no,
I
no,
honestly
no.
don't remember.
So if a creature is prone, if
Yeah.
any non like melee attack is going at it, it has disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The
But I
one
was
times
asking,
the times that I've been like leaning on that is when you're falling like above them. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you don't need that.
yeah.
that's hilarious. No, but like, I was asking for a different reason because he has
Oh,
like a cursed
got it.
shield,
Oh, okay.
but I think we're fine.
Oh,
Forgot
that's
about that.
right.
All right, it's Kayleth's turn. You're holding the.
Well,
oh, sorry,
so I
you
gotta
had
roll my
something else.
heal.
That's right.
So, just let this roll it for me.
Great.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Kayleth.
I mean, okay.
So you've
Do
got
we
the
know what
potion.
we're supposed to do with the keys?
You don't exactly.
Does she know she has a key?
It just feels like a potion. You hear a voice whisper in your head. That same voice, Merkel. It's like, perfect. Now you may usurp the ritual. You take the phylactery. It's in her pocket, and you can become the lich.
Is the shoot, the phylactery is the key, isn't it?
Merkel has no interest in what you're talking about. Like, not even like, if you think this in a way that he absorbs it, you get the impression that he's like, okay, whatever. It's like you're telling him what you had for breakfast. He's like, okay, but the potion, drink the potion, kill somebody. You've got options here. I mean, even if you really can't bring yourself to take Famur out, or if you're very academically puzzled by what happens if you use a giant ape in a lich ritual, I mean, your friends are all there. They'd probably
Kayleth
count.
is there. Shadow Kayleth.
You could maybe do Shadow Kayleth. The main thing seems to be in your understanding. The innocent basically means like they don't want to. They're not choosing to sacrifice. They're not already an evil, like in a detect good and evil sense. Like, you think it might work with Shadow Kayleth? You could maybe be a lich. It's all right here.
That'd be pretty poetic to take out Shadow Kayleth to become a lich.
But I don't. If me being a lich means I have to do that, I have to be someone who does that. I don't know that I actually want to be a lich.
Yeah, just keep the potion for a while. That's cool. You can think about it.
Stop helping, Sturge.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that potion?
Put it in my pocket for now, I guess. This is complicated emotions, and we're in the midst of battle, and just like, Kayleth does not process emotions quickly, so she
You hear, so Merkel's voice is like, what are you doing? Drink it. Do the ritual.
Why do you want me to do the ritual so badly?
Because I have chosen you.
Well, why did you choose me?
Because you have the capability to be my scion. Do it. Do it now. Do it. He's really harassing you.
Peer pressure. From the
Okay,
old
ever
Merkel.
since Kayleth has started down this path, like yeah, she's interested in necromancy, but has she ever like what has it done for her? It's lost her wings. It's kind of like she's been kind of torn over it this whole time, honestly. It's like, yeah, maybe she's good at it, but does she want to be? Does it matter if she's just because you're good at something? Does it is like, do you want to keep doing it? It's like, oh my gosh.
I just feel like the idea of being a lich has sort of taken all the joy out of necromancy for you. Because you do think back, and those moments, like when the Golden Raven trapped you in that sort of nightmare realm where you were this super powerful lich, and you knew it was all fake, and you were so glad you weren't hurting other people, right? That there were places along this way where that was right in front of you, and you realized that what it meant was that you had to be someone you don't want to be. You do like necromancy. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, but the end of this is not for you.
Or is
It's
it?
just it's just that, like, you know, there's the whole thing of like my being an Amicure, being my mother's daughter meant I had to be great all the time too.
Are you having this in this kind of crash in the
Yeah, this is all pretty like internally Kayleth, but since there's the mind link, people are still probably like getting gusts of it.
Yeah.
coming back.
Your friend is having a moral crisis here
It's
while
like
you are fighting the
middle of
you're
combat, and I
struggling
just-
with Oba. This is overlapping the round. So if you have advice and you want to think it in a frantic manner, go for it.
I mean, I think Artemisia's advice would be that, like, when we get out of here, tell your mom where she can shove it.
Yeah, you're all in a high emotional state. So if there's something that you would say, but maybe it's a little tactless, this is the time to say it.
It's like I can
when Shadow Kayleth said, you know, to be best, to be the paragon of something, what did that make you feel like? Did that make you feel like, yeah, I want that, she shouldn't have it? Or did you feel like, that's not what I want to be the paragon in, I'm going to be paragon in something else?
Well, I felt like, yeah, you should be the best, but that thought also made me sad.
As Stong is like grabbing and wrestling with his bone claw on the ground, he's thinking to Kayleth, look at what it cost this Kayleth. It seems like she's got no friends. Nobody. Not even Aiden seems to really be on her side.
You know what? It's so the potion is like glass, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just drop it. Let it shatter on the floor.
All right. Potion goes down to the ground. It smashes apart.
Oh god, did I just make the wrong choice? No. We're doing this.
You know
Wait,
what?
telekinesis. Fetch it.
Kayleth, Shadow Kayleth breaks that whole person and she screams no at you. And in your head, you also hear Merkel go, no. He's like, this is the last chance. You are finished. If you will not be my scion, I will choose someone who deserves it. The world around you feels like it's sort of buckling and puckering, and a dark shape appears behind that pale shadow Kayleth. And you see bony hands appear, and in its hands is a crown made of interlocking horns, and it jams it down on her head. Her eyes roll back. You see it pulse and pulse and pulse. A wash of shadow goes over her, and then you see, instead of what was there before, a lich.
Oh, he liched
Merkel has made a different choice. And that's a great place for us to take a break.
her. No.
Give us up for 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
Damn.
Welcome back! Our adventurers are in the middle of quite the fight. They battled with the pale shadow of Kayleth and a bone claw version of Aiden, but when Kayleth refused to finish the ritual itself and become the scion of Merkel, Merkel got fed up, reached through reality, and placed the crown of horns on pale shadow Kayleth's head, making her a lich by shortcut.
Oh
To be fair, Kayleth has been stringing Merkel along for a while.
That's fair.
Like she
And
did with Aiden. There's a pattern here.
I do think too that fair. That's probably deep down pale shadow Kayleth feels like this was a shortcut. It doesn't feel great to her, but that just means she's madder at you guys. Okay, so we're gonna keep the same initiative. But I am gonna let Kayleth, I'm gonna let you do another turn.
All right, cool.
So you are floating up on this. You're flying up by the ceiling. You've just dropped the Lichny potion.
So I have a question. Can Kayleth influence the Bone Claw Aiden?
Possibly.
Like dominate. Like, does she need dominate monster, or can she just be like, I'm actually Kayleth also?
I'm open to the possibility that this is a little bit kind of confused. You don't know exactly how this works on a metaphysical level, and in some ways I don't either. I'm kind of,
I mean,
working
you
with what I
definitely
got.
look more like Kayleth than the other Kayleth.
At this point, who is Kayleth really? Yeah, you can make me an opposed check. You can make me
This is the weirdest version of Air Bud when they're trying to get the dog to come to them.
Come here, Aiden.
There's also like a giant ape too.
Like, don't you skid?
There's so much like
giant ape where this Tressum is still trying to like pull it back out of the way. How long does that last, out of curiosity, until you dispel it, or?
Yeah, until I dispel it, or I think it's an hour, but let me look.
Okay.
It's a while.
Okay. And if someone were to cast Dispel
1
Magic,
hour.
it would turn back.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good to know. I don't know that that's going to come up, but okay, so you can make me an opposed. I feel like Arcana or Charisma.
Arcana it is.
All right.
25.
Okay. And Lich Kayleth rolled a 26. So you're gonna have to get kind of closer to him to kind of get his attention. So just out of curiosity, what are you doing to kind of, because if you can do this more than once as far as I'm concerned, but I want to kind of know what the buildup is.
See, like, listen, you clearly don't care for this other Kayleth, but I am a Kayleth too. I am Kayleth. I'm the real Kayleth. You should be listening to me.
You're very persuasive. He's wrestling with Stong still, because he has not broken out of that grapple.
Yeah, and then Stong in his ear is like, yeah, she is very persuasive.
But I he's kind of like fighting against the kind of force of your will and your magic, because he knows that he's not supposed to, but there is this sense of like maybe there is a loophole here.
But that's as far as I can get with this.
This particular attempt only got you. You did get you very close.
Did Skinbook Aiden say anything?
Yeah, like, can Skinbook Aiden lend his voice? At this point, purely for flavor.
At this point, if you pull out Skinbook Aiden, what are you looking for from him? What are you going to say?
Just
to him?
like, Aiden, is this what you? Well, clearly, this is not what you would have wanted to end up as. Like,
I mean, he gets to walk. I'm not going to lie. I do miss my legs a little bit.
How does this make you feel?
Complicated. I mean, I appreciate that what we've got, there's a level of mutual respect. I asked you to do this to me, to make me into this book, and it's been fascinating. It was a fascinating experiment. I do appreciate it. It is showing its seams a little bit. Not that I don't love you. Not that I don't love being your supportive book, mostly platonic friend. But you seeing this guy, he gets to do stuff. But also, he doesn't get to choose. I would want to choose. I mean, you've always let me choose.
Mostly. Kayleth hasn't exactly been the best about that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you never forced him to do stuff, but you did talk him into doing stuff. This might also be playing on your own conscience a little bit.
Yeah. After seeing what the Shadow Kayleth was doing to her brother and how she was kind of like ordering him around, it's like, that's a little... Let's step back from that a little, shall we? Okay, well,
Okay.
What else can Kayleth do at this point? Like, unfortunately, all her stuff is like undead spells.
I
It's
feel
like,
like
well, you're all undead. So
that is true. There is a lot of undeadness happening here.
I mean,
So you trying to take over the bone claw is an action. So you can take a bonus action. And I think you could, for a bonus action, kind of assess Lich Kayleth and figure out if there's anything you like. The potion was not the key as far as you can tell. You didn't feel anything when you grabbed it. You didn't sort of like know what to do with it except smash it, which felt great. Like, you definitely do not, whatever, you might have some regret, but you did not suddenly realize that was the wrong choice. So that part's there. So you could use your bonus action to kind of like try and figure out what are other possible
all right,
keys.
let's try to figure it out then.
Okay, give me perception or insight.
Perception 19.
Beautiful. Okay. So thinking about yourself, looking at what's on her, right? Because Ilya told you it could be a couple of things. And he was not specific on whether it's has to be something you have, but it would be something that resonates for you. The things that give you the biggest feelings that you know she's got the crown of horns on, which Merkel did try to give you at one point.
And that doesn't sound right then.
You dodged. You know she's got her lich prison, her soul cage phylactery on her somewhere. And you did see it sitting on Thamior. It's kind of a little, like almost like a little box that you might put things like little treasures in. It's kind of detailed on the inside with golden calligraphy. And she's still got an undamaged Moonblade. Oh, she does not have feather wings anymore, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, that does make me feel better. Okay. Okay. Does it make sense for us to split up? Like, half of us go after the phylactery, half of us go after the Moonblade?
What do we?
Maybe.
What
At this point, you can kind of say through the thing, be like,
yeah.
Moonblade, phylactery, go! Like, send out, tell people what to do. And yeah, don't, maybe don't die.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
Please don't, because then the Shadow Kayleth is just going to resurrect you probably, and that would be very, very unpleasant.
Do we know where the phylactery is?
Yeah, let's say she's got it. Let's say she went ahead and put it on a chain around her neck. This is not where she will be keeping it in the future, but there we go.
So basically, it sounds like converge on Shadow Kayleth, just pin her down, take everything.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh my God.
This is the attempt. All right, Stong, you are on the ground. You are wrestling the bone claw.
Oh, and how far is this other Kayleth from me?
She is probably just like 10 or 15 feet.
Okay. Okay. So I think what Staw is going to do, and this is like the most not cool looking thing, but he's going to drop like the polymorph on Kayleth's brother, because I think he believes now that, now that the Lich spell has gone off another way, she's not as interested in the brother anymore and taking his life. So Mitzi is suddenly like biting at the nape of an Averial. And then Stong's
from ape to bird.
yeah, maybe Mitzi finds him tastier. So he's going to then let go of this bone claw Aiden and then like roll over and cast silence as he's rolling.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is basically just him trying to like let go of the bone claw, move over to Kayleth, cast on top of both of them, but in a way where it's like the back part of the room, so it's just like Stong and Kayleth in it. And then because
she's gonna counter spell.
So Stong's casting it, he like rolls up to her feet, he looks up at her in the eyes as he's on the ground, he's like, touche. But then he's gonna try to grab her feet anyways. Bonus action.
So everybody's got a child foot just grappling their foot.
Wait, right?
Oh, the dwarf.
zombie. Can the dwarf zombie reach anyone, or could we just say like take steps forward?
The dwarf zombie is kind of back, but is probably by the skeletons at this point.
Oh,
Although
yeah, 'cause
there's
he
only one
teleported.
skeleton left. But yeah,
Okay,
but
we
he got left behind. But so on your
Okay.
turn, you can say move up.
Okay, just move up then.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but because Stong is a Valor Bard, every time he casts a spell and bonus action weapon attack, so
Nice.
He's gonna try to knock her off her feet, like not really, just really attack with it.
Yeah. All right. So
18.
an 18 does hit.
14.
Okay. And that what are you hitting with?
His
The
long
magical
sword.
longsword.
Yeah, +3. So he's basically trying to just like sweep her off her feet, like with the
Okay.
long sword.
Okay. And so for if you're trying to knock her prone.
Oh no, just for
Oh.
flavor. It's just an attack.
Oh, just for flavor. Okay, cool. Well, you do hit her, but she still retains some of her blade singer deftness and sort of like jumps out, and so she takes the hit, but she does not get knocked prone
Mhm.
since it is a flavor thing.
Has her blade song also changed into a blade dirge at this point?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like it. So you have like these dueling kind of like metal sounding songs.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, he pops up on his feet and that's it.
All right. Sturge, it's your turn. You're up on the ceiling. You're invisible.
Yep. So, all right. He's done it once. He's going to see if he can do it again. He's going to go back down the ceiling and oh yeah, basically the same movement to get right where she is.
And you had haste on you to do that before, right?
Still do.
And you still have haste. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to try. What would it be? Is it on a chain around her neck? Is it on a silk thong? Is it?
Let's say it's leather, like a leather strap.
All right, then he's going to try the same trick. Touch the strap and grab it. And
okay. So she can see you. You realize as you move up.
All right, so I see her head turn toward me.
You see her head turn. So she would get does she get an opportunity attack when he tries to grab that, or?
Well, what I'm going to do is
fellow DMs here. Does she have any way to avoid this?
All right, I'm going to change. Can I make a perception to see if I can tell she's looking at me? She sees
That's
me.
fair. Yeah.
Okay, so if I see that, things are going to change. My actions.
That's fair. You're creeping up, and she looks at you like, oh,
so
he doesn't know.
20 perception.
Yeah, you totally think she might have true sight.
Okay, change of tactic. How far away am I when I realize that?
Let's say you're about like 45, 30 feet.
Okay, so I still have my bonus action then.
Close enough to recognize an expression in her eyes.
Yeah. I'm guessing she also has shield, which will negate magic missile. So, sucks to be seen. Well, what do I know about? I know a lot about true sight. Can one with true sight be blinded?
I don't know that you know of a way to do that. If it's something that a spell that she's cast, you might be able to counterspelled that. It's a lingering effect that might fall under dispel magic, but if it's just kind of a true thing about her, the way that, for example, when you fought those demons, that Glabrezu could see you when you were invisible, when you were in ethereal space, and there was nothing you could do about that short of poking its eyes out.
Okay.
And even then, I don't know, like, does true sight come from the eyeballs, or is it like a second sense?
She doesn't really have eyeballs now.
So in general, like with the spell true sight, so you could blind something that has the spell true sight like cast on it.
That's good to know. I guess that means it does come out the eyeballs. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm not willing to retcon that for this game. That seems very lame and not magical. Okay, but anyway.
So I could try to cast blindness on her.
You could try to cast blindness on her.
But, not so great. So I'm going to instead do something I've never done before, which is...
Attack head on.
What?
Attack head on.
No, hell no. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Ooh, interesting.
And let that I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
Or maybe it's 3rd level. I think every 2 levels. Let me just double check. It says 2nd level or higher. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the initial damage increases by 12 for each slot level above 1st. Oh, so if I cast it at 4th level, then it has 4d12. Is that correct? Each slot level. Yes. Okay, so I'm casting it at 4th level.
Okay.
And just gonna let that sucker fly.
All right.
So remind me how this. It's my attack bonus.
I don't know off the top of my head. It's been a long time since I dropped Witch Bolt. So I don't remember if it's an attack or a save. I think it's an attack.
A spell attack bonus, and then you just maintain it.
It's a I have a +10, so I'm gonna just roll a die 20 and add 10 to it.
Okay.
For her armor class. So 18.
That hits.
Hits?
Yep.
Oh, how about that? And 4 die 12. This is 40. Oh my God, look at that. An 11, a 12, a 12, a 12.
Nice.
All right, so what's the total?
47 damage.
47 damage.
Oh, and I just get it right between the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Like seeing that actually they're 11, 12, 12, 12.
That's very nice.
Wild.
Yeah, amazing.
I will never have a roll that good ever.
I don't believe I ever have. Dang.
Go buy a lotto ticket today, Steven.
Yeah, go buy a lotto ticket today.
All right.
Okay.
And now I have my bonus action, which allows me to take cover behind something within 30 feet.
Okay.
Like total cover.
You can hide behind the altar is right there. Stong is laying on the ground, but that's probably not easy to hide.
I'm 45 feet away.
He got up. He got up at the end.
Oh, he got up at the end. Okay. Oh yeah, that's still within range.
Oh no, it's a 30-foot range for the bolt.
Yeah, you have to move.
Is there something 30 feet away from her that I can hide behind?
30 feet away from her. You can hide.
And 60 feet away from me.
There's not going to be anything that's like fully.
I have 60. Well, I'm just going to move.
You can kind of like duck in the shadows.
There's no rubble that
there's rubble. There's rubble that's casting shadows. I think you could get behind it. I think she'll kind of know you're there.
I don't care as long as I am literally going to go
hide.
prone.
Go hide behind some rocks.
I'm going to go prone so she cannot see me. The idea is, any spell that requires sight, she will not be able to do unless she decides to come over at me.
I can't wait till we go after Sturge's shadow and it's just a blank empty room. There's nothing in it. All the lights are on.
So I imagine Sturge's fighting style is like he pops out of a shadow and he just like looks at you in the profile as he like flies across the room zapping a spell, and then he just lands like, you know, like the breakdance move, like the worm, like he just lands like this and just like flops into the shadows again.
I like it.
Does the Grinch, you know,
yes,
across the floor. Okay.
All right. Okay, so you are now like you were aiming to
I am now 90 feet away.
You were like 90 feet away. Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification. Okay, Florin, it's your turn.
Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, so there's a dude next to me. I think what I'm gonna do first is the Lich, because we're chilling with the Bone Claw right now. We're seeing what's going on there.
You were like right next to, if I remember correctly, you had
I'm next to
knocked out some
the last
skeletons.
skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
there's one
next to the last
skeleton
one.
left. The bone
Is
claw
the-
is next to the lich on the ground. It has not stood up. It
Okay.
is no longer grappled.
Is Lich Kayleth 30 feet away from me? Within 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna Florin's gonna hold out the Malfeasance and say, "You got this," and send it out to go attack Lich Kayleth.
Okay.
Let's see. Does it have it? Ooh, it's 27 to hit.
That hits.
All right. She is going to take 8 points of slashing damage from Malfeasance, and then I'm gonna attack this poor skeleton with a really high level Shadow Blade. What is this room have dim lighting?
Oh yes. It's very
Cool. I have
shadowy.
advantage when on attacks.
Wonderful.
So oh yeah, I just need to do the normal. Okay, so we're gonna roll with advantage. Thank you for the advantage. 23 to hit.
Okay. That definitely hits the skeleton.
All right, and it is going to take, that's a lot of ones, 14 points of damage.
Well, fortunately, it is not a very tough skeleton, so it again absorbs all the remains of any kind of flesh suck into your blade, and it clatters to the ground.
He does a slice through it, and then just does this like cool pose afterwards, because he knows he looks cool right now, and he is enjoying the heck out of it.
Artemisia, how do you feel about that?
I mean, she's supposed to have her eyes elsewhere, but you know. Not much we can do.
Okay, so the lich, right? So Stong is right next to the lich. Florin, you're still like 30 feet away from the lich, right?
Yeah, around there.
And Artemisia, you're still back by the door. Did you move up?
I mean, I don't think I've had time to move up. I was
Okay,
gonna
so
do
you're still
that,
back there.
so-
And
Actually,
Sturgis
I would
hiding.
move right up to the lich. After
You
I
move
killed
right
that
up to the lich?
skeleton, I would go up to it and grab Malfeasance.
Okay, and then Kayleth, you have come down next to the bone claw, so you're fairly close in this group, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the lich's eyes sort of turn like pools of blackness, and shadow is wafting out, and she casts a spell. Everybody that is next to her, so that is Stong, Florin, and Kayleth, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
18.
5.
All right, Kayleth and Stong, you both take 28 necrotic damage, which Kayleth, then you only take half of that. And Florin, you make your save just barely. You take 14.
That
you feel
plus one came in clutch.
Yeah.
You feel like the life is being pulled out of you toward that lich.
No.
And it is the Bone Claw's turn.
Wait,
Did she
can-
just
can I-
heal herself?
Can I hellish rebuke that, or does it have to be
Hell
a direct
yeah.
attack?
Oh
no, attack a creature that damaged you.
Yeah, and does it have to be like melee range?
No, it
hellish
just
Okay.
it is within 60 feet.
Then yeah.
So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
she needs to make a dex save for me.
Rebuke her.
She seems really dexy.
20.
Damn, that does. So, but she is gonna still take half damage.
Okay.
I almost had 2 9s.
Mhm.
Oh no, I did get 2 9s. Oh my god. So half of 19. So was that 8? No, 7.
9.
9.
Nine.
I can do math. It's early.
All right. It is the Bone Claw's turn. I keep forgetting he has this reaction. Florin, when you walk up to the lich, the Bone Claw's claw swings around up at you because it's down on the ground. So he's going to have to make this attack because he hasn't stood up yet at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll take it.
So it's a 16.
That
looks like it hits your AC.
Oh, but I cast Mage Armor before we came in here on myself.
All
and
right.
that makes my AC 17.
You feel that claw kind of ping off of it. Okay,
Man,
so
these
now it's
plus
the
ones are
Bone
coming in
Claw's turn.
clutch right now.
Really understanding of my inability to remember that reaction. So the Bone Claw stands up, and you are Let me see if this recharges, because he might do a different thing if it does not recharge. Okay, so he stands up and he looks at Kayleth like he's gonna attack you, but he hesitates. And instead he turns and he's going to attack Stong, and then he's going to attack Florin.
Hey, bro, not cool.
All right, Stong, it's a 25.
It's
And Florin, it's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that is going to be 20 piercing damage and 11 necrotic damage, and you are both grappled. And he's going to pull you toward him away from Kayleth. But
So
you're still just like.
So it's a
10
total
feet
of
from her.
31.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, I thought we were bonding. I thought we were developing a rapport.
Oh man, I was
I
looking
must
real cool up to
protect
that point.
her. And now it's the Lich's turn.
he makes his sword pose, and then he goes like, "Whoa!"
He tries to make getting stabbed look cool. He's like,
I think with the bone claws like pulling both of us towards it, Stong wants to turn to Flora and be like, first time?
Flora just nods. First time.
It's like a complicated dance move on a swing dance. You
Yeah.
bring two partners in.
Okay. You guys are doing so many interesting things that I'm like, what is she going to do?
Does this Kayleth feel a little jealous?
I think she is. I think at this point, this Kayleth is like, she had a plan. It was working great. And she is a little like, well, like, I got this now, so I'm the best. I'm the special one, but she feels a little like she cheated. And she also, is aware that she's very vulnerable here. She has still got that phylactery hanging around her neck. What is the distance on this guy? You guys said don't be too kind.
Let's do it. Let's go. I got 60 hit points left. Do it.
Yeah. Wait, we missed that, Aaron.
Well, I said none of you are clerics.
Oh, nope.
That is literally what my wife brought to my attention during the break. I was like, yeah, we're about to fight a lich. She's like, are any of you clerics? I went, no. And she went, oof.
Closest I have is I can be a kind of cleric. I have life transference.
What's that? Is that like you drain from someone else and give it to someone
I drain
else?
from myself to mend someone else.
Ooh.
I'm the wrong type of warlock.
I mean, I got some plinky heals, and I'm gonna come up and start plinking soon. But I gotta get to my turn.
But yeah, and she's
Also,
and the
Plinky
thing
heals.
is, and I feel like she would like to take you both out.
Question on life transference. It says it deals necrotic damage, which can't be reduced. Oh, never mind. That's right there. Can't be
She's
reduced
going.
anyway.
She is going to cast Finger of Death on Stong because you attacked her first.
Well,
Trying to shut her up. She knows you can shut her up.
I don't have a reaction to counter spell.
Is that a con thing?
It's a con save.
Do I have another counter spell? Because it's been.
That's your question. It's you do have your reaction back. You can use your reaction because I don't think you used it on this version of Kayleth. So that we kind of have a little we'll have a little reset there because you're still in the same order, but I'm not going to ask you to track too many things. So you've still got your counter spell.
Okay.
So you can attempt it. It is a higher level spell.
Well, let me see what slots I have as far as like what I can. Come on. So I could do it at. Well, the best I could do is 4th level.
You can
have to
roll
roll.
to try
You have to
and
roll.
Yeah,
do
you
higher.
roll for higher.
And
And what does she have to beat? Just to remind me.
I think it's 10 plus the spell level, or is it
Yeah.
8 plus the spell level?
Oh, 8 plus the spell.
Can't remember which one that is.
10. It's 10 plus the spell
Okay.
level.
Come on, there we go.
Oh, you did it.
My
Oh,
goodness.
you rolled a 30.
Epic.
Well, I'm
That
not
is
sure if I
epic.
used the right, but it was a 19 anyway, so.
That does it. That'll do it. Yeah, so she like
Nice.
she's got just the most. I'm like I'm torn because on the one hand, like this is how it goes. This is what makes sense. But Aaron is like, no, not again. Which Kayleth would be like, yes, you trying to shut me up, thinking you can tell me what to say and what to do. And she pulls her hand out, she points at him, and Artemisia, you see that magic start to gather, and you're like, not on my watch. And it absolutely fizzles out. And she turns and looks at you with absolute fury.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Good job,
Okay.
Artemisia.
And-
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Yeah.
But it is Artemisia's turn now.
Nice.
Oh, good time to hide. No, kidding.
Song, that's what you always say. Surge.
Oh,
Why aren't you
okay.
hiding?
Okay, so the reason I am busy sort of like daisy chaining my spells here is that she is doing time stop.
Ha
Nice.
So I got to figure out what all I can do in that time. But first, I will roll how many actions I get. Cast key. How many do I get?
You can stop time.
3 actions.
All right.
Shit.
Okay. So
Does that mean 3 attacks potentially?
no, because you can't affect anybody outside the time stop.
Okay.
So she's, for good or ill, I think she wants to move up because she's got the spectral wings, and so she wants to be within 5 feet of Florin and Stong if she can, to sort of like be able to cover both of them.
Yeah, they are both kind of being held by the bone claw. So if you were to stand in front of the bone claw or right behind it, I guess, because your wings can wrap.
Yeah.
So, but in either, you're gonna, to get both of them, you have to kind of be in front or behind.
Yeah. I think in front.
Okay.
For good or ill. So she's moving there. And then so can I say that Mitzi I called Mitzi to me and she was inside the time stop?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So Mitzi
Everybody is very still.
Mitzi can deliver touch spells. So I'm going to load her with Cure Wounds. And then she can go nose boop once the time stop is done.
Okay.
So
Who do you want me to boop? It's not the rotting version of your friend, right? Because I don't want to touch that.
No. Why
She shouldn't
don't
be rotting though, right? She's all like desiccated and dry.
I
Why
mean,
don't you-
this is Mitzi's like take on it.
So why don't our new tiefling friend? I'll introduce you to him after this. But go nose boop him when everybody moves again. So that's 24.
Okay.
After the time stop is done. And so that's 2, and then 3 is she is casting out of the time stop and therefore ending it. Power word stun.
Okay.
On the lich.
Nice.
All right. Okay. And it just happens, right?
Yeah, if 150 hit points or fewer.
You guys have wailed on her quite a bit, so she does not have 150 hit points, and so she is stunned.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, that is key. Nice.
All right.
What a great round.
Yeah, great round,
Kayleth-
Artemisia.
Yeah, beautiful. Kayleth, so what you've got here, you've got Boneclaw Aiden holding both of your friends in his scythe-like claws, and Artemisia has stunned the Pale Shadow Lich.
Kayleth is.
Wait, let me double check something really quick.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was like, she doesn't have a condition immunity to stun, does she? Because I'm gonna be so mad. She's fine. She's stunned.
Was it just try the thing with try and persuade Aiden over to my side again?
All right.
And you said that was
Because you talked to Aiden in the book form, I think you have a little more of an idea of what might be like motivating, particular phrasing, or even just being like, this is you, this is what you have in the other world. So I will say you can have a bonus to your attempt.
And it's Arcana.
It's Arcana.
What's the bonus?
What's fair? What's fair? I'm gonna give you. You've known Aiden for a long time, and you are having some like thoughts about how you might have done this relationship differently. You seem very open to it. I will give you a plus 5 seems very generous, but I'm not gonna lie, I do sort of want to see this work and see what happens. So yeah, I'm just gonna be that DM. You get a plus 5.
That's a 27.
Beautiful.
Woo.
What does she get? 21. You are now in control of the Bone Claw.
Oh, nice.
What do you say to him? What do you say to the Bone Claw?
You didn't choose to be this way, but my Aiden chose to be a book.
You just listen to him?
I do my best,
Truth.
but that is still better than what you've got.
He's looking at the Lich, and the Lich is just sort of standing there. I don't... He's gonna drop you two. Or sort of like not be holding you. You'll have to pull yourselves off the claws.
If it's really messing with your head, you don't have to attack her, but just don't attack us.
Kayleth, so I'm going to say there's two things here. One, everybody in this sort of stillness here, because the Lich is no longer like a threat. There's still like, you're still kind of amped up, but you realize like, it feels like the whole world is kind of fizzing, right? And ever since Merkel reached through, something like static has been going on and building here. And make me a perception check.
Everyone or
Ooh.
Everybody.
22.
Oh,
24,
you're
not
also
20.
perceptive. I love it.
No, I rolled a 1. I'm looking
Except
at the claw
Florin.
in my hand.
You're like, everybody else, in that sound, in that static, you hear kind of an eerie song. And those of you who were attacked by the purple guy when you went down into the Stone Griffin's basement to seize the pale door, when he did that thing and you heard that weird song, like you can't quite make it out, but it makes you think of that song, basically. It's like when you hear a couple of notes and then you've got a song stuck in your head. It's like that. Kayleth, on top of this, you feel something like this room just feels packed full of like necromantic magic. But it's condensing almost, and you feel it kind of something kind of snap, and you get the feeling that you are now in control of the Bone Claw.
Sweet. Can I ask? Well, if I ask the Bone Claw to do anything, Bone Claw Aiden, it'll still be his turn before he can actually do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say I'll say, grab the other Kayleth, just hold her. We can't let her do anything. And then, oh my gosh, does Kayleth want to try and hold person as well, just in case? Like we don't have to kill her, right? We just have to.
Now's
You don't
your
have to
time.
kill her.
Grab the phylactery. Or the
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
That's 2 actions though. So, but I can try and hold her, and then other people can get it off.
she's
Both of
already
them off.
stunned, right?
She is stunned.
Oh, she is stunned. Right.
She's stunned.
Go in.
Yeah.
Can I grab both of them?
What does stun mean exactly?
I'm gonna say yes.
It's its own condition.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume if like one's around her neck and then we can see the other one at her waist, it's just like reach over and grab.
Yeah. Like stun people, can they do anything?
Can stun people do anything? I need to double check because I
think
suddenly
they
don't
can
remember.
only
Actually,
choose
it's
to
your
do-
spell. It's your spell, Artemisia. You look it up.
Okay, I will do this.
But she is not, I believe she is not able to take any actions while she's stunned.
I think she gets to choose to take one thing on her turn, either a move, an action, or a
Mm.
bonus.
Okay.
I think.
But no reactions. That's the key.
Let's double check
a
here.
stunned creature is a stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move,
that's
and
what I
can't
thought.
speak, only flat or
Alteringly.
alteringly. Hey, I can see things.
Yeah, take
The
actions
creature
or
automatically
reactions.
fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against it have advantage. So yeah, she
Yeah.
is incapacitated.
And
Can't do nothing.
Artemisia, you do know this is not permanent. She will get to make a save. But for the moment, she is absolutely incapacitated.
Get the stuff while you can.
Both of them.
All right, so Kayleth, you grab the phylactery first, you snap it off her neck, and this, you just feel like you're holding a box.
Okay.
But you reach down and you pull out that moon blade, and it feels so right. You feel connected to your ancestors again. Whereas before, when you held the moon blade, it always felt like what? Like a way you were gonna fail. Does that feel true?
Yeah. It's
Like, this
there's
is-
a bunch of history in it, and it's like I'm trying my best. I can try harder, and then she kept trying harder, but
And now I think when you pull it, you get the sense that maybe every one of your ancestors has felt sort of like this. They're trying their best. And if your best is not good enough for them, well, that sucks. But they can cope. Except not the ones in your world, because you did sacrifice them. But as you take this and you kind of give it a little test swing, it kind of carves into the fabric of the world, and you see a space open. And on the other side is another area of the Snow Eagles. There's your home.
Wow.
wait, can we all just get out now then?
Well, Kayleth, you feel very drawn. You may be able to sort of say or send out to people what is on that, like, there it is. That's the door. And Boneclaw Aiden is standing kind of right beside you, and you're both pulled through. And the rest of you, yeah, you're just sucked in. And the rest of you move towards this, perhaps because, hey, the goal is get the heck out. But then all of a sudden, it seals shut. And beyond the slice where it was, there is the lich, but something has very much changed. She is draped in a fine white cloth that's pulled across her features. You can see a face within it, and it drifts in a magical wind, and a voice that echoes in the marrow of your bones. It sounds like almost a song, but horrible and off-key. It says, "Where is the breach?" And I'm just going to make one quick reminder here, Stung. You have an emergency teleport attached to your wrist.
Yeah, I know. I like, is there something we could roll to recognize, like, is this still Kayleth? Does it look like Kayleth's face? And also, I don't remember the breach.
Yeah, I think Florin would just go, what breach?
The one that just happened.
You do, you don't need to roll. I think it is very, 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 very clear that you remember things started getting weird when Merkel reached through. Everything started kind of vibrating.
Then he points at Lich Kayleth.
No, that is Lich Kayleth.
Oh,
that is Lich Kayleth.
Oh, okay. I thought this was something else that was coming.
You're
okay.
the breach.
Yeah, you're the breach. You.
It's you.
Okay, are we in turn order?
You are. Let me just double check.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm not. Is there like a sense of imminent danger?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Real bad
Um,
vibes.
Show me
You,
the breach because I'm gonna kick
yeah.
its
Yeah,
Points at which
you-
Kayleth.
I'm gonna punch the breach.
ass.
Closed.
okay, let me just, sorry. This is, this is a very complicated thing.
Well, I
So-
mean, so I
Trigger.
could see Artemisia being like, so clearly something is mad about what just happened,
Yes.
and we have lost our chance to go through it. So maybe we should not be here where something is mad about what just happened that we were involved in.
I
So
mean,
let's not be here.
I just
Agreed.
don't want to look guilty. Like, if we run now, won't we look super guilty? And
If
she's
you
like,
stay here at the scene of the crime, will you look even guiltier?
It's okay, there's always something
Says
about
Kayleth
returning
from
to the scene.
True. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
wait for
it's,
whatever Aaron's looking up.
Okay. So this strange creature that has sort of taken over. You don't see the crown of horns anymore. You don't
Okay.
see, something has sort of overlaid itself.
Mm.
And again, there is this ever moving shroud. And it is going, and if you guys are sort of like standing there like, what is up? It is going to it is going to start doing some attacking stuff.
So is there does it enter at the top of the turn order? Is it like a
I'm not gonna lie. My expectation was that you guys would run at this point.
Yeah, I think we're
You're
dealing with
pretty beat up,
something.
and this is definitely bigger. But if you want to try fighting, let's see what happens.
This
I
feels
would
like
use-
the DM trying to shoehorn you into running away.
I would
Yeah, I just
Sturge
feel like
would run towards Stong. 'cause he
I may
knows
have not
Sturge-
explained this as well as possible, but this, you had a wave of sort of horror as at the peak of Merkel. This is similarly like, oh no, something very bad. And so its hands are going to reach out from the shroud.
yeah, I think Song would pull it at like the hint of an attack, or like if she like looks like she's
Okay.
about to cast something at us.
That's
She
what
hasn't
she's gonna
done
do.
anything yet. She just told us
That's
like, where's
fair.
the breach?
That's super fair. So yeah, these hands reach out and they're moving. And here's what's weird. So how many of you were up by Kayleth? It's Kayleth. Well, Kayleth's gone now. So Florin and Stong and
Artemisia came up by then.
Artemisia. Okay, all of you individually see a hand reaching toward you. At the same moment, a hand is reaching toward you. Sturge, you, in seeing this come out, we're not going to do this in initiative order, so you're going to do things on top of stuff. You can run towards Stong because you do know there is that thing.
That's what he's doing.
And if oh my god. All right. So it's going to reach, and it makes a 25 to hit for each of you.
Yep. I'll hit.
I
Hit.
mean,
I mean,
hold
her
up.
shield will go off, but it won't be enough. So
And oh, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be separate. Well, no, we're just going to do the same thing.
How much was it?
25.
Oh
20.
yeah, no.
and the other thing is that her spectral wings will go off, not because they will do anything, but I think it would be interesting for people to see those. So Florin, she has her wings that are out, but then she has these like spectral wings that like wrap bigger, and they sort of interpose themselves, like before the blow around people near her, and then it just still goes right through. But
Jeez. All right.
Okay. You are going to take 19 psychic damage as just images of twisted forms, yourself being sort of melted into other versions of you, skeletal forms, sort of bat-winged, creepy insect legs, melting, like extra eyes popping out of your face. All of this horrible stuff is just like washes over you. And you see that sort of that shroud is moving kind of tight against the creature's face. It says again, there must be no breach.
Do we get a sense of like any details in the face? Like it looks feminine. It looks like it's like fleshy.
Feminine. It looks feminine. There's structure to it, but it's thick enough you can't quite see. You'd have.
But it's
to
like humanoid.
It's humanoid. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, after this psychic lash, I think Stong would definitely pull the band off his arm.
All right. So when Stong pulls the band, you are all sort of pulled together and yanked away in a mass teleport back to Dovskaya's magical repairs and accoutrements. And Ferris, the shield guardian, is standing over you. And it hits its chest and it says, "Welcome to Dovskaya's magical accoutrements and magical repairs and accoutrements."
As it says that, Florin just hits the ground. Ow! Oh,
Oh my god,
No.
guys!
Wow.
Ah!
Well, Artemis just start
My head.
she's got some like first and second level like cure wounds. She's gonna start like distributing those, like looking more and more tired as she does. So at least we're not like falling over before a long rest.
Ilya comes out of the back carrying a bunch of things. He's, "Oh, you're back! Wait,
Thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Your last one. Did you bring her back? Because we could do like a zombie thing. Wait, is that rude where you're from?
I think
She
she got
got
back.
home. Yeah.
She went
Oh.
home.
Oh, interesting. And he just like chucks all this stuff. He's like, "All right, we're going to talk now."
There also might be a scary lich lady that now exists in the world. I'm just gonna take a nap real fast.
A lady with a white veil over her face.
Inside, yes. I think that was the mirror, the creature of the mirror.
Well, this is interesting. We'll have to have a big conversation about it, which we're gonna save for next time. But first, can you, Yang, can you do the 2-up for me and Emily?
Okay. Done.
All right, Kayleth, you step through the rift and you step out and you are in the area of the snow eagles. You're back home. It is correct now. It is not reversed. And you're standing there with it is late. There are not like a lot of people on the street, so you are alone. You are standing there with the bone claw and the book, and you are holding a moonblade.
Guess this is mine now.
Double swords.
Well, yeah, actually, would she want to keep the bone sword?
I don't know.
It's not like I mean, it's not like she doesn't like necromancy. It's just that she doesn't have to go full lich. Just because you like something doesn't mean you have to make it all yourself all about it and become the greatest. All right, I guess Kayleth's gonna learn dual wielding at some point.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So go ahead.
What's up with Boneclaw Aiden, by the way?
He's looking right. He's like, everything looks backwards.
Oh my god, he went with you.
Yeah, did you know you could come through?
I didn't know there was a through to come.
You're in the real world now. Where you were before was a shadow, a reflection. So everyone in this world casts a shadow into the one where you were before. So this book cast you as a shadow.
Oh, the bone claw waves at the book.
He's waving.
Okay. Oh, hi. Well, you have legs and I don't have legs. Maybe we
Yeah.
could team up.
Gonna hand the Aiden book over to Boneclaw Aiden.
Boneclaw Aiden sort of looks at it and kind of.
It's
He's gonna steal a cool move from Vecna. Just kind of tuck it up in his rib cage where he can like hold it because he can't carry it. Not good at carrying things. Okay.
I mean,
Where do we go now? Sorry, I'm trying to.
I was just gonna ask you that. It's like you're here, and I guess you're bound to me. But I feel kind of bad about that because it's not like you wanted to be.
Bless
Can
you.
you
Kinda gross.
undo this?
here?
I have no clue.
Well, my Kayleth would have said she could figure it out. I believe
mean-
you could figure it out.
Yeah, I can figure it. We can try and figure it out.
All right. I will protect you while you figure it out.
And then afterwards, whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
I guess.
I've always thought it would be interesting to be a singer.
We can find you the vocal cords for that.
I would like that. I like that idea. Thank you. You're very kind and thoughtful, Kayleth.
I really am not, but I think I'm going to learn to try and be better about that.
Did you just offer to go harvest like the vocal cords of a really good singer for Boneclaw Aiden?
Stong should probably stay away for a little bit.
I mean, I think
He's
Stong is
a
completely
really good
safe.
singer.
Yeah, I think he's completely safe from this.
No. We're grave robbing. You see, you rob
There
the
you go.
grave.
There you go.
Mm.
All right. So, Kayleth, your future adventures are yours to explore. But you have escaped the world of the Pale Shadows. Perhaps a little wiser about yourself and a little kinder to yourself. And whether you're going to go home and talk to your family is entirely up to you, because
I think Kayleth will drop by at least and maybe bring some cookies for Grandma
And talk to Thamior.
and talk to Thamior.
Give him a hug.
Yeah, I don't
All
think they
right.
actually ever hugged before, even though
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
question. Does Kayla still have bone
Yeah.
wings and all that? So, like, physically she's the same.
yeah.
Okay.
Physically, you're the same. Again, you might be able to do research to fix that, because I feel like you wanted it, but at the same time, you didn't want to like totally let go of the Lich path. But you also do not feel the touch of Merkel. He dumped you hard. So that's all good. Okay. So I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah. Great
Come back
episode.
next week. Find out, what does Ilya know about this strange white lady. I've been Erin M. Evans. You can find me on Twitter at Erin M. Evans. You can listen to my podcast, Writing About Dragons and Jit, with Trevor Bettis and B. Dave Walters. Come listen to us talk about craft and writing and other fun stuff. You can join me on this channel for Concentration Check every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific with Yang Yang Wang. Come get some writing done with us. And also pick up my book, Empire of Exiles. It's a fun locked room mystery and an epic fantasy world, and I love it so. And last but not least, check out our sponsor, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, at idlechampions.com.
I've been Rhiannon Held. Check out my books. And since this is probably airing in July 1st to 30th, they are all half off. Both Rhiannon Held, my urban fantasy, and RZ Held, my space opera, at Smashwords. So check those out. And tonight, thank you to whoever our moderators were.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Yang Wang. If you want to continue chatting with us and members of our fine community, join our Discord. Use command !Discord and put that into the chat, and you'll get a link to join. We're super chill, and we love talking about books, movies, games, all the good stuff. So join us. We'd love to have you.
I'm Stephen Merlino. I have very little else to say. That was a really fun game. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
I've been Emily Tate. Thank you all for watching.
I've been Trevor Bettis. I'm the content designer and writer for Isle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Did you say this was going out July 12th? Is that what you said?
I think so. Yep.
Hey, guess what? You can read my writing right now in game, because the fourth Xerxes adventure, the first one I got to write, is now available in Idle Champions. So go play that, and you can see if I did as good a job picking up where I had left off.
Nice.
All right, so come back next week, find out what the heck is going on. But until then,
May your word counts and your rolls be equally high.